Hello there. What's up, everyone? Gotta do something here really quick. Gotta do all the hashtags, all the stuff. Veve, you know. Here we go, and then hashtag, what's the other one? Collectors at heart. There it is. Awesome. Can you guys hear the music, by the way? I think I made some settings changes last time I've streamed. You guys should be able to hear everything. Jesus, just when we thought that we were at the bottom, my collectibles just keep going down. Yeah, it is what it is, man. I mean, dude, my stuff's down too. They've been contemplating selling just a handful of things, not everything, obviously, but just a handful of things. Because yeah, I mean, from what I've heard from different people in the community that do a lot of trading, even I'm in the realm of finance more or less, and even from what I've heard from other institutions and stuff, I mean, like this, who knows? The market could be like this till November. Like, again, you know, it's crazy because I felt like we had this exact conversation a year ago, right? January, February, March, and we're all like, oh man, it's going down, but you know, we're just waiting for that rally or just something to happen to turn the market around, and then kind of never did. And you know, I'm trying to remember this quote. My friend just told me about it. I think it was Warren Buffett. It was like, the market can be irrational longer than you have like liquidity or something like that, where it's like, you know, you want to, you know, keep buying the dip or whatever it is if you have that conviction, but it's like the market can be irrational longer than you have money. I think that's actually the quote, something along those lines, which is true. So obviously don't over leverage yourself, but at the same time, if you believe in a project or an investment and you think it's going to do well long term, you know, that's the time to do it. Let's play some of this. I like that. I like this song. This is like my favorite song on the list. There's like 2 or 3 songs I actually like on this list a lot, and this is one of them. Pixel Trader, what's up, dude? Vibes Live, let's go. Thank you so much for staying subbed. I know I've been kind of MIA here and there, but Jimbo Lee Lingo, dude, the man. Dude, I've been having this in my background, dude. I'm pretty sure like almost every content creator that got one of these is just in the background, which is sick, dude. I love it. I showed it off to all my friends. They still don't know what the hell Veve is. So like, oh, what's Veve? I'm like, whatever. How's that that Spider-Man NFT thingy doing for you? I'm like, it's could be better, but so are all of your investments too. Like everyone is down right now. So your local scalper says, sold a fat chunk of my collection. Still have gems in this app for what reason? I don't know. Who knows, dude? Who knows why we're still here? Maybe we just hate ourselves, or we believe this is the future, right? I do think this is something I've been saying for a long time, where I feel like we need big companies to start getting on board with like Web3 NFTs, start normalizing it. And I do think we're getting closer to that, right? Starbucks made like an NFT line. God, what else? Amazon is doing like an NFT marketplace. eBay is doing like a digital asset store or section of their website. Pokemon sounds like they're trying to hire people in like the Web3 space and all that. So it's one of those things where like, even though the companies are starting now, it still might take another 2 to 3 years for people to like fully grasp and understand, does this make sense, you know? Especially since there's a small section of people that are into crypto and Web3 and NFTs, and they almost seem to be, you know, scaring everyone off, right? Oh, you guys are a bunch of like pump it up speculative people. And you know, I was kind of talking with some of my, I think it was a friend on the phone. You know, it's like, how long is it going to take for someone to, how You know, these are questions I ask myself, and it's not me funding the project, but it's just me thinking conceptually, right, about the whole entire project, where it's like, you know, you look at some of these things, right? Like, let's go on the market here. Let me switch to this. You know, you go on the market here, and let's look at collectibles, see what's at the top, or getting close to there. Like, what's a good one? Like, what's a relatively good one? That's an uncommon. Go down a little bit further. Maybe we'll find something better. Trying to find the, okay, like this, SR Thor. It's not even going for that much, but think about it this way. How long will it take for the market? I'm talking just like the mass people out there, right? How long will it take for people in mass to look at something like this, like Secret Rare Thor, and say, yeah, I want to spend 150, 200 gems on this digital asset, right? Because there's a lot of things you can get for that money. 150, 200 bucks. It doesn't sound like a lot, but you know, that's multiple dinners, that's food, that's all kinds of stuff. Like, how long will it take? I mean, and this isn't even that crazy of a price point, but there's certain things on the app where it's like, how long will it take for basically the sentiment around digital collectibles and NFTs and all that stuff to like turn around enough to the point where people are like, yeah, I could see myself paying $450 for the Eye of Agamotto. And I realize it's getting pumped right now, mostly because of the Infinity Gauntlet speculation, but other than that, it's gonna take a while, right? Even if we do get Amazon and Starbucks and eBay and you know, I do think Pokemon is going to be a big one, but it's going to take time for all those projects to kind of like come to fruition. So NFT Hero says, David, you drained the liquidity from the market on purpose, he said. Drain the liquidity from the market on purpose, he said. I don't know what you mean by that, because everything was just done freely in the market. So that's what I'm kind of confused about. Like, as much as David Yu wants to control the market, even if he wanted to, he really can't, right? If you make something too expensive, no one's going to buy it. If it's not popular enough, no one's going to buy it. Like, it is what it is. The reason why liquidity, or the reason why all of our gems are worth nothing right now, or all of our NFTs are worth nothing, is because A, a lot of fake gems got pumped in the market, and B, you know, the real world economy is just taking a dump, so no one's buying. A lot of people are selling, and they thought it was the bottom. You know, people have been thinking it's the bottom for 13 months. So that's why. I don't think it has anything to do with like David Yu's like draining the wallet. It's not like he's just directly draining our wallets. It's just a bunch of individual decisions by thousands of people on Veve. Your local scalper. Veve was amazing to me. I have zero hate for them, but I also hope my hope is dwindling. I was one of the lucky ones to be early enough to take some profits. Luckily, I see some people bleeding out bad. Yeah, it's not great. You know, there's now that I've been in this for enough, and I've kind of educated myself a little bit more on Web3, I'm not even gonna pretend like I understand everything there is to know, and NFT projects and crypto and all of that, but it does seem like hopefully Veve can find a way to start, because I said this from the beginning, I really think Veve's like you know, golden ticket is basically getting their assets to like other platforms, you know, not just like interoperability, but whatever company makes like the first big metaverse, they just approach them and be like, hey, we have this store of licensed NFTs, and we already have thousands of people dedicated to this community that are already spending millions of dollars. Are you interested in hosting it on your, you know, metaverse platform? And like, sure. That's what I thought the ticket was, in my opinion. So Bob Sales this time next year. What up, Vibes? Good to see you, man. It's good to see you too. Yeah, it definitely feels like, I mean, it's draining, dude. Especially, dude, as it dude, also as a content creator, it is draining. I know I've been on and off the last like 6 months due to my job and money and that kind of stuff, but at the same time, I still make content. I would think enough, but you know, someone like God, like VD Vault or My Collectibles or you know, Superstar Money, like people that legitimately make content almost daily or at least like every other day. It's crazy, you know, just seeing the market slowly go down and down and down and down. It's hard over a long period of time, so it wears on you for sure. And I totally do not have any like upset. Like I totally get it. Like I totally get if you liquidate half your stuff and you just want the money, or you sell it to somebody, or you know, whatever. Like I totally get it. Vibe Tribe, what's up? What's up, Choo Choo? Gems at 0.4 were the days. Felt like IRL money glitch. Yeah, it did. Until now, those gems are worth, you know, it depends on what you bought, right? Because you basically trying to come up with like the analogy, right? Where it's like you spent 0.4, so you basically, let's just say you got gems for 0.5, so you got like, oh, I got double the amount of profit or whatever you want to call it. I basically got double the amount of money that you would have gotten. But unfortunately, if you spent those gems on literally anything in the last 14 months, you probably ended up still losing money. You didn't lose as much, but you definitely lost money. I mean, we're all down, right? So it's like, all right, instead of paying, you know, $4 grand for a Walt, now you only pay 2, but now Walt, where it's at, you know, not great. You drain it with addition size. David, you said this himself. Yeah, I could see that. Just doing like lower and lower mints. Lower mints so people want to buy it for more in the secondary. That makes sense. I mean, we saw that with Giant Size X-Men, right? Giant Size X-Men, this one, but kind of curious what the secret rare price is for this one. It's at 350, which is curious. Ultra rare. Ooh, this one dropped a lot. I remember this one was like 88 or like 90 around drop. Now it's like half the price. There's still a lot of comics that I don't have that I want to. I've been pacing myself. If you guys haven't noticed, I've been doing my comic a day deal, which I still have not bought my comic today. And I usually do it on my phone because just the layout of it looks a bit cleaner. I don't know how else to explain it. Kind of curious like what comic we should buy today. Maybe we'll look at that a bit later, but I'm kind of curious what you guys have been doing. How's your guys' weekend been? How's the last few weeks since I've been last online? I want to get caught up with you guys. Especially you, Choo Choo, Execu Speak, NFT Hero, Bob Sales. I want to know what's up with you guys. Bitcoin Now. Howdy, y'all. What's up? Sunny Faz. Whatever happened to Rob stuff? I know he was deeply invested in Veve. I really haven't spoken to him that much in a while, actually. I know he's been active on his channel, but mostly doing like Pokemon, HRO, and I think some other projects or some other things as well. I've honestly just been usually too busy whenever he's been live, but you've actually kind of reminded me I do kind of need to check up on him just to see if, you know, everything's chill. He wants to like collab, do whatever. I know it's been a while since we've seen him. But talk to Dino occasionally, and I talk to My Collectibles all the time. You know, he's still in Veve. He invites me over to his streams. I used to go over to his streams all the time because there was a period of time where I either wasn't working or I was like between jobs, or it's my current job, but I was like, my schedule was like very, very loose. Now it's pretty rigid. So I can't just hop on stream for like 2 hours randomly. If I wanted to, I can't do that anymore. But yeah, I keep up with all those guys. I do want to start talking to, I did watch the NFT Pirates interview with Michael Campa, and super cool dude. Never seen Michael Campa before, but I've seen him a lot around HRO, Veve. I think I was initially introduced to him, or like kind of like heard about him. I saw his name in Veve, but I think I didn't see him until HRO, and then he was definitely like at the top of the list, right? For a lot of like the leaderboard stuff. So super cool dude. I actually ended up winning, I don't know if you guys watched that VOD, but I actually ended up winning an AF15 facsimile on NFT Pirates' stream. Luckily, Michael Campa was nice enough to do a giveaway, so he's actually giving me an AF15 facsimile, like physical comic, which is super, super cool. So I appreciate that. So Yeah, if you guys have the chance, I would definitely watch NFT Pirates. Like when he does the stream, he's been giving away comics and all kinds of cool stuff, and like good comics too, not like, you know, little $2, $3, $4, $5 comics in real life. Like some of these comics are like $40 to $50 or $60. Like some of them are pretty up there. It's kind of surprising. So Veve Dell, what's up, dude? What's up, Vibes? Do you see the market going down even lower in the upcoming weeks? Unfortunately, yes. As I've said before, I'm in different like communities or different like kind of like groups that talk about finance and the market and technical analysis and all that stuff. And even in my personal job, I'm in like the finance industry with a big institution, and even their projections, like this is like, you know, public information. These institutions talk pretty publicly, and like, you know, the market could either stay roughly where it is or just keep going down, like up until like November, you know, October, November. Like it's almost a repeat of last year. I remember last year we were saying like, oh, it's like it might chill out like just before Christmas or like November. It feels like we just had the same conversation like a year ago, like in this exact same time. But it's a good thing. I'm actually kind of glad. Like I'm in a job that pays decently well. Omi is super cheap. I still don't own any Omi, surprisingly, but it kind of ended up working out in my favor that I was super lazy and did not buy it at any point in the last like year and a half, mostly just because I didn't care to figure out like how to buy it. It just was just too confusing, and I had my brother show me or try to attempt to show me, and I was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna deal with it later. So Izeki Speak says, I'm pretty sure the reason why those banks are collapsing is because they bought the top in Veve on leverage. I'm like 69% sure that's the case. Exactly. That's why FTX went under. That's why Silicon Valley Bank, or was it Silicon Valley? Let me double check that. Yeah, it's funny. I literally typed in like Silla, and the very first thing that popped up is Silicon Valley Bank. And so, yeah, they all bought a bunch of they all bought. So the issue was they all bought Steamboat Willie at 10,000, you know, 9 to 10,000, and now they're all over leveraged and like, oh my god, Steamboat Willie, all these things that we bought are down 95%. Even they're telling themselves like, dude, I bought gems for half off and I'm still down 95%. Like, oh my god. So it happens to the best of us, even the big institutions, you know. NFT Hero, you will see the market start to stabilize soon because they have lowered edition size. Latest dip was due to the account merge. Yeah, exactly. And that's something I called out like a year ago. Maybe not a year ago, but I just knew that when they cut off what's it called, KYC, and they did KYC, and they're like, all right, at some point you're gonna be able to connect these accounts, but for now you can't. I'm like, I kind of told myself like, wait, I have an account with like, you know, 20 comics and like 5 collectibles. I'm like, if that's what I have, there's definitely people out there with, you know, their son, their wife, or alt accounts or whatever it is, and then some of those things might have like hundreds of comics, and they're just waiting to merge them, and they're going to liquidate some just because they can. So yeah, I do think the market could turn around a bit, or at least like start stabilizing. But it's not like I think you know, giant size X-Men is just gonna like jump up to like 4.5K at some point in like the near future, or something crazy like the secret rare. Decent weekend. Had my second kiddo in January, so I'm still sleep deprived. Really, dude? I didn't know that. Congrats. Got the second youngling, I see. Sleep deprived and distracted, so I haven't been as active as I have in the past. We're sleep training now though, so sleep soon maybe. Damn, dude. Dude, hearing all this is honestly the best. Like, I have a couple coworkers that have kids like really recently. I have one coworker, I shit you not, that has I think like he's like almost three, 2 years old and 1 year old. I'm like, dude, you didn't waste any time with these kids, just like back to back to back to back. I'm like, holy moly. And he always seems beyond exhausted most mornings. But hearing all this stuff is just like, wow, I do not care to have kids at any point in the near future. I don't have anything against them. I actually love hanging out with kids, but taking care of a little snot-nosed creature at those like very young ages, I don't know, too much. Punja Jungle Collectibles, what's up, dude? Today's NFT hate RE Cookie Monster has been entertaining AF. I saw some tweets about it. I didn't follow that closely. I was actually pretty busy today. at work. Mostly people freaking out about the whole Silicon Valley Bank deal. But yeah, but Puna Jungle Collectibles, you changed your name. I'm trying to remember. You weren't you Tucson Collectibles in the past? Now you're Puna Jungle. It almost sounds inappropriate, and I kind of like it. Non-Veve Twitter has been so salty. Free entertainment. That's hilarious. Yeah, I haven't been following the Cookie Monster thing that closely. All I saw was David, you say something about cookies or something, but that was it. Bob Sale says, I'm good, bro. Just been pumping out the vids the last weeks. Also buying a lot less too, but I bought a Howard. I bought the Marvel set for the airdrop, but I'm not comfortable buying anything over 100 gems currently. That makes sense. So waiting game over here. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Like I'm making enough money now where it's like, okay, I could buy comics, at least like cheaper comics every day, which is why I've been doing that like comic a day thing. But a day will come where I'm like, you know what? It's about time that I do buy a Fantastic Four, because a lot of these comics in this region, like I don't have a Fantastic Four #1 or a Fantastic Four #4 or an Amazing Spider-Man #1. Like all those comics right now that are between like 15 to 25 gems, like I'm just waiting. Because I do legitimately feel like they could go down to like 10 or 12 gems, or even like 15 if they're at 26 right now. Like I think they do have room to fall, mostly because there's so many, but also B, it's tough. It's tough right now, and there's a lot of people liquidating, and still people merging right now. So I feel you, Bob Sales. Been good, fam. Nothing crazy. I feel you. That's good. I have 5,000 from my collectibles. One day he makes us rich. Hell yeah, dude. When Omi hits $100, you'll be glad you have that 5,000 Omi. Quit drinking at 35 and not having kids are the smartest things I've done. Let's go. Dude, I'm only 3 years away from that. Well, technically, probably a little bit closer to 2 now. But yeah. For me, I only drink socially, you know. I say that, but I've had a couple of drinking streams with you guys, but I've never got obliterated on stream. Like I'll have a few shots here and there, and I'm gotten old enough and I've drank enough to know, like, all right, when I go out, I know how many I need to feel fine and not be yakking in the bathroom stall or anything like that. Yeah, interesting stories there. But I am going to Coachella that first weekend. So if anyone else is going there, I thought someone said they were going when someone in my chat like 2 weeks ago when I brought it up said that they were going. So that's pretty cool. Now that weekend I will probably be, you know, disposed of. Let's say that. Oh yeah. Okay. So you are Tucson Collectibles. Welcome, dude. Execu speak. I like that. For a long time, but my wife and I established in our careers life before kids really makes a difference before trying to do it the other way around. Yeah, I think that's kind of like, you know, I hate to talk down to boomers a bit, but a lot of them had kids like way too soon. Like their careers weren't developed yet. They don't even know themselves. Like they were having like, imagine they like had kids before they even knew anything about themselves. Like, you know, people having kids at the age of like 23, 24, 25, like it's just crazy to think about now. Back then it was, you know, I'm sure back then if you turned 26 and you were like weren't in a relationship, you know, if you weren't married or at the very least in a relationship, people are like, what's wrong with you? Like what's, you know, there's something. I mean, if you were 30 and probably unmarried, you're probably just like, oh God, that's undateable. There's something wrong. Times have changed. And not just my parents, and I think a lot of parents of kids in my generation, I've been telling them like, yeah, wait to have kids, get your career squared away, don't go too fast in a relationship. But there's still people that have kids at super young ages. Like I have multiple friends that have all had kids like before 25, like 25 or younger. Puna is a jungle. Puna literally is a jungle. Jungles are crazy places, man. Hell yeah, dude. Exactly. Yeah, jungles. It just sounded inappropriate to me. Like I knew it wasn't, but it's one of those words that sounds like you like, that's sounds like a bad word, or it sounds like inappropriate, like not suitable for work. But fun under the sun. What's up, dude? Just chilling out, looking at some market stuff. We also might look at DC a bit as well. Might look at some DC stuff if you guys are interested or care. I actually did buy, because I knew the airdrop was coming, so I ended up actually buying 2 of these Legacy Cowl comics. I bought one for 35, and I bought the other one for 44. Like I was just gonna buy one, and I think the floor at the time was like 44, so I bought it. And then I just checked the market randomly like 3 minutes later, and there was another one, but like for $35, and I'm like, what's going on? So I just ended up buying it. Luckily it kind of worked out in our favor, because to be quite honest, I'm only buying them to flip for just short-term liquidity. We kind of got lucky because right now the floor is 55, but I feel like when the airdrop happens, I feel like this could run up a little bit. Not too far, but I feel like this could run up to like 75. Like, all we need is like, what, 5 or 6 people to buy this up, and all of a sudden the floor is at 75. So I'll probably flip it when it hits 69-ish. Maybe I'll flip it when it gets up here. I was really tempted to sell one now. Maybe I'll do one after the stream. We'll see. But yeah, dude, I got a nice little stack of comics here for here on DC, and I still really like the DC platform. It just sucks because literally both my Veve and my DC drops are happening, or both the DC drops are just happening while I'm like in the middle of work, and it's just tough to play those. But yeah, I would say the favorite comics that I have so far is obviously Superman. I really like these detective comics, and I think I have 3 of them. No, I only have 2. I got Detective Comics. I got Uncommon, Brave, and Bold. I do like Flash. Like, you guys have, maybe you do or don't know, but Flash is like my favorite DC character. Actually, let's zoom in a little bit. I don't know why this is so like zoomed out. There we go. Flash is like my favorite DC character, so I just bought, I know this isn't his first appearance, but it's a I think this is I would say this is a key comic. I believe it is. So I bought 2 of these, and I ended up buying 2 more up here. I think I bought this rare for like 11. I don't know what the floor price is, but there are some comics that still surprises me by like their price. I'm like, wait, like first appearance of Hal Jordan, like Green Lantern, it's like going for like, the common is going for like under retail or like 10 gems or $10. I'm like, what? Still confused about it. Like, first appearance of a Justice League member, and it's like at retail. What? So I'm just kind of limiting my money because I don't really feel like throwing more money into this. I'm kind of just using the play money that I got from my bat cows, and I'll probably end up just flipping both of these legacy cows within the week and just playing with that liquidity. I don't have any grails right now. It's a lot easier for me to stomach a 65% drop on something I paid 5 gems for than watching my girl lose thousands of dollars. Dude, that's it. And you know what? As big of a fudder as, you know, fudder or whatever, I mean, people can take it for how they want. I think it's also just being realistic. But something that kind of blew my mind was when, I think it was Dino, told me like, I don't know, like 8 or 9 months ago, he kind of told me he was selling a lot of his grails too at the time. And he was selling them, and people were questioning like, dude, why are you selling your grails and blah, blah, blah. Like, aren't they going to go up, or they're going to go up the most when the market turns around? He's like, yeah, but those are also the things that have the most room to fall. I'm like, yeah, that's true. Something that's worth 1,000 gems has a lot more room to fall price wise than something that's worth 10 gems, right? It depends on what that item is, of course, but if something's worth 10 gems, you know, there's a certain point where it gets down to like, you know, 2, 3, 4 gems where it's like, it's just so cheap. People are like, all right, I'm just gonna buy it. But when something's worth 1,000 gems, like it can still significantly go down a lot. Like, you know, even 100 gems is a lot for some people. So it's like, okay, then it goes to 100, then 80, then 40, and it's like, geez, this thing is dropping. So did you go for Rambo? I didn't buy yet. I still didn't buy yet. No, I didn't go for Rambo. Well, so I went for Rambo. I landed the drop, obviously. And I was just waiting for the market. I was watching Veve Vault stream live as he was going through the market. And it was, oh my gosh. And it was just hovering way too close around retail for me to go for it. And I'm like, I'm just gonna let this go. And I'm glad I did, because last I checked, it wasn't doing too well. It was at, I think, 45 gems. Drop price was 60, so let that go. Same thing with Howard the Duck, just letting it go. I kind of told myself I wasn't going to go for drops unless I almost know for a fact it was going to be profitable. So basically, like Uber, just like super high S and A tier, or like grails, like collectibles. Everything else is just too dangerous to go for. And even if I am wrong, I'd rather be wrong and not risk it. Like it even on drops where it's like 50-50, right? Where it's like, oh, there's an uncommon and there's like a secret rare. Like you can get one or the other. Like even those are a bit sketchy, especially since like the box price is like 60 gems. And it's like, all right, I get the uncommon, I instantly lose 50 gems. But if I get the secret rare, I double my money. I don't know. Zeki Speak says, I was drunk consistently from like 20 to 25 years old. I would have been an awful parent at the time. Yep. And especially now, like I know it sounds weird, but like we have way easier outlets for like stress, like way safer and easier outlets for stress. Like back then, if you were stressed out, like what would you do, right? You would like drink, go gambling, you know, fist fight your friend, like whatever. Like I don't know what people did in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, like when they had like nothing to do and they were just bored and or stressed out, like, you know, something to take the edge off. Like, you know, now it's like, oh, I can just like play video games, go do whatever. Like I think that the inception of the internet has definitely given, it's been good and bad, don't get me wrong, but I think overall it's been a net positive. But yeah, there's some bad things because of the internet too. Toll Bungle in the Jungle. Yes, sir. I don't know what they mean by that, but was going to ask about DC thoughts on Soup's #1 legendary being 17K. I think the market is trying to pump so they can pull and get money out before DC freezes wire transfers for foreseeable future. Yeah, that's another thing too. That's kind of sketch about, you know, not sketch, but it just is what it is that they're turning off wire transfers too, right? The company's like backing out. They're not helping with the cash out anymore. So I don't know if that's going to cause prices to go up, because now people's liquidity is basically trapped on the platform. Remember that kind of happened with Veve, where it was like we couldn't cash out for a long time. Like basically almost every announcement when Veve said that, like, oh yeah, we can't cash out, like things would start going up. Like, oh, cash out's been delayed. Like things would move up because people are like, oh, okay, I have 4,000 gems and I can't cash out. I might as well just spend 500 of it right now and buy this and that and this. Like, who knows? Let's see. Diamond Ink says, what up, vibes? Good to see you on. What have been your moves lately? You still holding that Steamboat Willie? I feel like you're too attached to let that go. Yeah. And I've noticed the things that have bit me in the ass the most have been the collectibles that I just like got too attached to. All the collectibles that I was not attached to were all profitable and or saved me massive on losses. And so far, all the things that I've been summered about, or like I said, got too attached to, it just ended up biting me in the ass. So, yep, there's Steamboat Willie, still chilling right there. Got him on drop. So 60, I'm still profitable, just not a, you know, 10,000, not $9,000 profitable. Just, God, this thing is still going down. I'm almost like too stubborn to sell it now. But then what else? I mean, I could go through these and just find all these massive, massive losses. God, I remember buying these Spider-Mans. I think this is the oldest one. You guys want $240 for a Spider-Man? Marvel Mighty? Dude, it's Spider-Man though. I don't even know why I bought this many. Probably because it was actually like holding its value relatively well, considering it was not an FA. And this is when there was like a ton of hype around gamification and all this stuff, and it was nuts. Man, Howard the Duck, dude, getting dunked on. What's the secret rare going for? not that much higher than retail. Not sure if that's completely worth. Fish too much. What's up, dude? I'm not going for drops anymore. I'm just holding and collecting. I picked up something. Oh, ultra rare. Okay, I see what you did down there. Ultra rare 551 Howard the Duck for 24. That's pretty good. Me personally, I don't know much about Howard the Duck. I know he's a pretty like somewhat popular figure. It's probably like very like a cult classic, or like a kind of a small dedicated community that likes him a lot. For me, I'm like, if Rambo's gonna flop, I think Howard the Duck is likely gonna flop. And it kind of sucks that they were like back to back, right? So I think the performance of Rambo kind of did affect Howard the Duck a little bit, but either way, I wasn't gonna really go for much. Now, if this was like 40 gems and this was like 25, 20, like maybe. Executive speak, that's how I look at drops. If I like it, like if you get a UR, you're automatically out 30 gems. And if you get the SR, you can sell it and be up 20 gems. And the SR is like a 1 in 14 chance, not worth it. Exactly. Like, it's just not worth going for. At least the way the market is currently treating drops. Which reminds me, there was one drop I wanted to check, because this was just going parabolic last time I checked, was these posters. Dude, these posters make no sense. Up to 210. Crazy. These posters. Remember, I think the night of so the drop happened, and I think like that night, these were going for like $65. And they like skyrocketed up to like 150 and like kept on going up and up and up and up. I'm like, holy moly. So there are opportunities to make money. I completely did not, well, I was actually busy with work, but I had an opportunity to pull the trigger on a secret rare comic. And I would have sold this. Like, I know I'm like a huge X-Men fan and all this stuff, but like, if I bought this for 400, like I wanted to, I would have not immediately, but I would have sold it if it was above 700, which it was. And just take the 300 gems of free profit and invest in more comics or just something else. It's like, I like the secret rare, but I also like just having more commons, right? Of like the classic cover or whatever. So so there's opportunities to be had. I've noticed that like typically with these like blind box drops and stuff, like if you really feel like the price is too low, I feel like you got to go for the secret rare, because that's pretty much where the whales go, and that's like where the gatekeeping happens for like completing sets and stuff. So I don't know, it was a bit of a risky roll, but Fun Another Sun says, glad you're on, and he's drinking his Merlot. That's what I imagine it is. I could be wrong. Executive Speak says, my complete undoing with Veve. Well, I might as well buy it now. It can't get any lower, right? Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. It's happened to me multiple times with certain comics where I'm like, oh, I've always liked this variant cover. You know, this like rare or ultra rare. I'm gonna buy it. That's what happened to me when I think I ended up selling it, but I bought like an ultra rare like Bullseye, like first appearance of Bullseye ultra rare for like I think 99 gems, and it went all the way down to like 35, and then something happened. I think it was the Daredevil drop. The price actually pumped a bit. Now it's like back down. I don't even know what the price of it is now. It's probably cheaper than that. Really random Howard, but he was in Guardian of the Galaxy Christmas thing, so maybe there is a movie coming. Probably. I'm too stubborn to sell anything. Yeah, same. That's for most of my stuff. I mean, there's a handful of things I would probably be willing to sell if I had multiples of, or if I like really needed the liquidity for whatever reason, but I'm not at that point yet. It's a nice buy for 19 gems. For me, looks quality. Howard, that is. Yeah, Howard actually doesn't look terrible. And so does, I mean, Rambo looks decent too. Yeah, the Howard the Duck actually looks decent. Sorry for the bright light, but that's just... It's just what happens whenever you click on this like view in 3D. You should advertise on Twitter so we can retweet. I'm pretty sure I did tweet this out. The stream. The stream should be out on Twitter. I don't know why this is stuck. Oh, there it goes. Like this actually looks pretty decent. What does that say? Wog? You guys have clearly, can you guys tell I haven't seen or watched a lot of Howard the Duck? Interesting. Just an angry duck doing angry things. Buzz, what do you think about the March hype? David, what do you think the March hype is David is talking about? You think we're witnessing it? Howard Duck, Rambo, Spider-Man #6 comic? I don't think so. I think he's been pretty on the ball with certain hype things like that. Honestly, I haven't heard anything about March hype. I know Alex G kind of talked like last month about like, oh, something like, oh, March is gonna be crazy, or he said something about like having a drop almost a day. I thought he said something along those lines. So I apologize if I said that and you guys thought something crazy was happening in March, or like there was gonna be like a drop every day, but clearly that's not the case. I have no idea. If you guys have a tweet for me, you guys can link it. Something that David you said. I guess I could look it up. Ew, at David you. What has he said? What have you said recently? Let's pull this up. What have you said recently that's getting people excited and upset? Nice ad. Reply something he tweeted. Said C is for cookie. That's what it was. That was this one tweet. OG favorite. Are you talking about just in general, or like something he said a long time ago? Because I think it's got to be more than Rambo, Howard the Duck, and ASM6. Like it's got to be more than that. Could be Wolverine. Just saying. Could be. That would be hype. That would be big. Fish Too Much says this kind of market is for buying. Yes, it is. Disney likes to drop things as hints. I smell Howard the Duck series coming. Hopefully tomorrow's drop does well. I think it will. I think it'll do well. I mean, if we look at it, 5,000 mints, right? So super limited drop. That's actually kind of a cool looking secret rare cover. I know it looks a bit scuffed. Dude, the ultra rare covers, holy moly, dude. Dude, Lizard looks so good. All right, let me look at the kind of want to see those variant covers, dude. I admit, like, usually I'm not a huge fan of like some of the variant covers, but dude, this one looks really good. Dude, Lizard looks intense AF in this. Of course, the picture's not getting bigger as I zoom in. But this one looks nuts. The detail is pretty insane. I do like that cover a lot. But the fact that it's only 5,000 mints and it's a key comic for sure. I pretty much like all of Spider-Man's big villains are like all keys, right? So it's like Green Goblin, Sandman, Vulture, Lizard. I don't know if we have Shocker yet. Like, I don't know if Shocker's not that big of a villain, but it's like eventually we get like probably like Mysterio. Obviously Venom's a huge one. There's a Doc Ock. Like there's actually like a lot of villains that Spider-Man has. Scorpion, that's another one we're still kind of like waiting to get. Rhino's another one that we're still like waiting to get. Like those are all first appearance comics that are, I would argue, are keys just because like those are some of the most iconic villains that Peter Parker has dealt with, right? So what's the go collect value of that comic? Yeah, let me take a quick look. What is it? Let's put ASM number 6. It's up there. I think last I saw, and I only have a free account, so it's not going to show much, but I think it's like 46 grand for a 9.6. 36. Yeah, I think at 9.8, based on what my collectibles said in his video like 2 days ago, said like I think at 9.8 went for like 46 or $48,000. In my opinion, like any comic that's like going for in the thousands and like north of 9.0, like that's a decent comic in my opinion, or at least one looking into, like at least one like going for the drop, like maybe not chasing the secondary, but at least like go for it in the drop. Do you think Veve made a mistake by leaving the market open at drop? As you say, most check market before buying now. I don't know. I don't know if that's necessarily a mistake. I mean, Veve can do what they want. I don't think it's that much. I mean, I'm sure a few more might have gotten sold like in the store. But at the same time, I do kind of like having the market open and available beforehand, like before everything is delivered. So I don't know. I really don't think like Veve has so many different like income sources because there's so many drops and so many transactions happening all the time that I do think most of the value is being carried in the secondary, like not on like the drop itself. So I think Veve makes more money if like 3,000 mints of something sold and it just gets traded in the market a lot at like a relatively high price, rather than like have 50,000 of something be sold at a cheap price and it's not going that well because there's too many. Like, I don't know. That's kind of like my take on it. I have a mini stack of a few of the Infinity Stone drops. Next time something drops in that vein, my pop, I'll sell my extras. Yeah, dude. I mean, you and probably a few other people are going to do the same. I mean, we will not see a bigger dip in Infinity Stones or just in drops than I think the Infinity Gauntlet thing. And that's the perfect time to buy, right? I think certain things are going to drop a lot and certain things are going to skyrocket, right? To be honest, if they announce that you need the whole Eye of Agamotto set in order to get the Infinity Gauntlet, I might just let it go, because I don't know if I'm going to be paying 400 gems for a secret rare. Or even if I did buy for 400 and let's say the price just like runs up to like something absurd, like 750, 800 gems, I'd rather just sell it and like just see if the Infinity Gauntlet people are selling it for like under 800 and just do it that way. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of different strategies you can kind of go about it. But I'm kind of curious if it's going to actually happen. Did you see the FA rock on Rambo? FA rock. Oh, like the rock, like little piece of terrain next to him? I assume that's what you mean. Yeah, we haven't had a rock yet. It's a rock and some bushes, some ferns. It is, laugh. Okay. Monster drop might it sell out? I'll have to look into that. I mean, there's just so much stuff happening in like the NFT space. It's like hard to keep up with it, let alone that I'm not like super active on like OpenSea and stuff. It basically said Hulk was coming. I'm thinking last week of this month. Probably. Hulk is definitely a big one. Hulk is definitely a big comic. Why so many black and white? I hate that. I like full colors and 5 different. Of what, comics? Or what? I'm not sure what we were talking about when that came out. This is just what the comic looks like. This is the default comic. It's just like, it's just super gray and just, it doesn't look great. Nice, thanks, yeah. NFT Hero said, who said Hulk is coming? They will burn what doesn't sell. And I've said this before, so I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me search it up over here first. I know I can do this on my phone, but not on desktop for some reason. I've said this before, the last 2 times Veve did burns, or I should say technically Marvel did burns, Veve just carried out the order to do it, is the end of November and the end of January. So both of those times they've done 2 comic / collectible burns. It was literally like the last day or so before November, and then it was like the last day or so before January. So those are 2 months apart, and end of March will be 2 months from January. So I do think, and I might make a, you know, I don't do speculative plays that often, but so far we have 2 dots, which is a connection, but until we get a 3rd dot, which is, you know, the 3rd burn, that's a trend. And if that is the case, then we can start kind of planning ahead of like, all right, every 2 months, comics that are still in the store, at least Marvel comics, are going to get burned. Same thing with any collectibles that are still outstanding. So if we look at collectibles, let's look at drops. I don't know if the collectibles just look sloppy. So like Howard the Duck could go up in price, right? If they, in 2 weeks time, they're like, all right, we're burning the rest. And for comics, they don't even announce it, right? Apparently it just happens. So there's a small handful of comics, I believe, that are still not sold out. It's actually probably faster if we go to comics here. Like this Avengers, like 181, and same thing with this Tales of Suspense 94. Like I could definitely see the prices of these going up a little bit. Nothing like parabolic, but just you'll see a noticeable increase with those. Yeah, no like big comics I think are gonna, I would say the one that's kind of like a slight sleeper is like this Avengers 181. It's the first appearance of Scott Lang. It's not the first appearance of Ant-Man, but it's the first appearance of Scott Lang, who is an Avenger. So this one could go up a little bit. The rest of these are gonna get burned. Maybe Maul could go up a bit. I don't know. How many of these are left? Yeah, there's actually 2,225 left. That doesn't sound right. I feel like I need to like go on the app. I don't know why, but sometimes it's way easier to find information on the app than it is the website. Like I can't even look at these and know how many are left. Probably because it's still in the store. I don't know. But just something to think about. Possible burn mechanics that are happening end of this month for Marvel collectibles and NFTs. Wrong phasing affects the purchases on drops. Wrong phasing. Sorry if I'm like kind of missing what wrong phasing. What's the last cool thing you bought for yourself that you can share with the chat? It's probably a comic. Like on Veve, are you talking about? I assume you mean Veve. The last cool thing. It's hard to say. Oh, Giant Says X-Men's been pretty nice. I don't know, maybe this one. It just like looks cool. I've been meaning to double up on this. I almost bought the physical of this in real life. I was at the comic shop, I don't know, probably 3-4 weeks ago at this point, and I almost bought this, but they only had 1 copy, and it was like, I think it was like $35. So it was just a bit much that day because I only wanted to spend like $50 on comics that day, or like $40 on comics just that day. But I might go back one day and spend like another 50 or something like that. But I do like this one a lot. This is what I did buy for like my comic a day thing, like, I don't know, a week ago or something like that. But no, at least for Veve, I haven't bought anything super cool recently. I have just been consistently buying like a comic a day the last 20 days and keeping it relatively cheap, nothing too expensive. Good point, sir. Not 100% confirmed, just hinted strongly this month. Nice. It'll be worth it though. I see a lot getting burnt on the gauntlet, sadly. I could see that too. Yeah, it's Rocky and Rambo. Oh, okay. Now I know what you mean. Gotcha. Okay. I was like, wait, Rock? Like, are you talking like an actual rock? Okay, Rocky. Gotcha. Yeah, it's like F.A. Sylvester Stallone, right? And if we get Rocky, is it like, oh, we already got Sylvester Stallone. You can't do that. I don't know. Not Hulk comic, but a collectible. Either way, that's going to be big. Either way. Austin says, I got one of the Green Lantern comics before I went to work. When I checked on my break and it was legendary. It was legendary. And I got 2 legendaries on drop. I also got 2 epic Death of Superman drops on drop. That's awesome, dude. I was not able to play the Death of Superman drop. I was busy with work. I actually bought a tablet that I could use at work and like in the office, because usually when I'm at work, it's kind of hard to like be on my phone and do some other stuff. So on the tablet, I can kind of just like, because the screen's a bit bigger, it's easier to like look over and do it. And it's easier to snipe on the market, because on your phone, if I'm trying to snipe comics, like I just can't do it on my phone because the screen is too small. You see the comic that you want, you click it, and then you have to scroll down and like click buy and like try and snipe it. Takes too long. Like someone's gonna out snipe you. But if you have a tablet with a bigger screen, I think it's gonna be easier to snipe and faster. And last but not least, I'm doing it because honestly, what's it called? The window gate, not window gate. I think it's Chrome gate. I think that's what Vault calls it, where you just open like 50 tabs of Chrome and you just kind of hope for the best that you get a good queue number. So that's another reason why I'm using it, because my work computer, like my laptop, won't let me go on the DC like Palm site. The Rock moves, it separates into the vault for some weird reason. Comic covers, yeah. How did the comic burns affect pricing it? How did the comic burns affect pricing at all? There was like a temporary pump. Well, it's temporary because the only reason why the comics didn't sell out is because they're not that good of comics, right? So it's not like there's some A tier comics that are like unsold in the market. Like if they're usually higher than like B tier, usually they're just sold out like relatively quickly. I would say the last comic that took a while to sell out, and I actually think is pretty decent, is the first appearance of Mr. Sinister. Like that one took like 5 or 6 days to sell out. But since then, I don't think we've ever had any comics that's like didn't sell out on day one and then just took a few more days. Like once they don't sell it on day one, they just never sell out until they get burned. Exactly. The most handsomest Veve Broski is back. Thanks up. Did I say thanks up? Thank you. I always have to like spell out your name. Wonton Wontonmon. Wontonmon. Yes, sir. 109 golden moment Iron Man on the market. Go grab it. You know what, I would, but I could probably pick it up for 75 in 3 months, right? I'm also just trying to be smart with my gems too. I do want to have enough liquidity to where I feel like if there is a really inexpensive like lizard comic, like a secret rare, I might snipe it just for the sake of flipping it, just because the secret rares are just so limited. It's actually kind of crazy. So it's so easy to get caught up in the like, oh my gosh, there's one for 100 gems, and then before you know it's like, oh my gosh, and then before you know it, you're like, wow, I'm out 700 gems because I had 7 oh my gosh moments. But I agree with you. That is a good deal for Iron Man, and Iron Man is easily one of my favorite golden moments on the app. And let me guess, is that Iron Man yours, Diamond? Oh, okay. I guess it's gone. That person could flip it for a 1 gem profit with the current market floor. Wontonmon asks, which X-Men character would you like to see as a Veve collectible? Of course, I mean, gosh, there's so many. A lot of them. I would like all of them. I don't know. Wolverine, Cyclops, Colossus, Nightcrawler, Juggernaut would be fucking awesome. Omega Red, Silver Samurai would be cool. At least I just like the way he looks. Of course, Magneto would be sick. Professor Xavier, dude, I gotta find some like meme things to do if they release Professor Xavier and I just like look like him, or I just do some like I don't even know what I would do. Something hilarious. At least that's the plan. Like all of the X-Men are just awesome. A lot of them are. Apocalypse would look kind of cool. Yeah, there's just so many good characters. Like I want them all. But if I had to pick one outside of Wolverine, because I think like everyone's no, I would pick Wolverine. I would say either Juggernaut or Magneto. One of those two. Not Storm, because obviously we already have Storm and we know how that turned out. Not great. So phrasing, okay, no worries. I need a Miles in his zip up hoodie. I've been watching and waiting. Who is holding at least 2 of Boba Fett? I think I'm holding Boba Fett's. I'm not holding the ultra rare, but I do have, I think, the common and uncommon. Yeah, there's the uncommon and common. Take a look at this. I think I got these on the drop. Yeah, paid 80 gems down to 13. Oof. Sorry, I should have explained the rock separates for some reason from the platform. It's very odd. Yeah, I think it's just like a clipping issue or however they like designed it. That is strange. Damn, Iron Man's that cheap. I really don't watch the golden moments. How times have changed, man. Yeah, I think a lot of people have kind of disengaged from the golden moments after David Hughes kind of said like, yeah, Disney doesn't like doing utility things like after the fact. Like they like being very forthcoming with like what's involved with the drop and all that stuff. So I don't think it takes that much value away from the golden moments. Like a lot of them are, if not all of them, are first appearances. So that's obviously awesome. But if we're talking like a utility aspect, it's either A, never going to happen, or B, it's going to take a lot of time and convincing from the VV team or even just the community at large to like actually add utility to those collectibles. Doesn't mean Disney will never do it. It's just kind of unlikely at this point. Wolverine all the way. Animated Nightcrawler, Gambit would be awesome. Those are both cool. Gambit, Nightcrawler. I hope they wait a while before they do something like Beast, right? Beast, if he's like in a human form and like he transforms. I know he's always blue, but there was a point where, oh gosh, I forgot his last name. Hank. I forgot his last name. I know his first name is Hank. That's Beast's first name. You know, he was human at one point, but Beast, like, I feel like they would just mess up the fur and all that stuff. Like, I'm just like, just wait till we get better designers and just more time before we do that. But I think Magneto would be really, really good. Colossus would be awesome too. Like the all that. Hold those bobas, man. I might buy some more. And last we checked, I know I just had it up. Brands. Let's flip this. Did I go to the right place? It's not letting me do it, but let's just go through here. I'm kind of curious. It's the Dark Side collection. Vehicles, droids, Obi-Wan, posters. Underworlds, there it is. I don't know why it's down there randomly. But last we checked is the Ultra is actually below retail right now. You know, there's less, just shy of 6,000 editions. And that doesn't include the, you know, however many VV holds back. But yeah, Ultra Rare Boba Fett is actually below box price right now, which is crazy to think. Just a heads up. Only one I would say I would want would be the pizza truck. Always wanted that bad boy. Yeah, it's right here. 110 gems. Damn, dude. Iron Man and pizza truck are like not that far apart in price. It's actually kind of crazy to think about. We need Hugh Jackman's Wolverine FA collectible animated. That would be sick. That would be awesome. Do you guys know who Omega Red is? I feel like you guys might not know who like half the characters are I just mentioned, which is fine. We're gonna look at them right now. So, if you guys didn't know, you guys might have seen this character, but this is Omega Red. I mean, this is him in like the sprite for like Marvel versus Capcom or something. But really cool looking guy. I don't know like all the lore about him. Like I don't even know his name or anything like that. I could easily find out. But he has like these appendages that always like wrap around Wolverine and all that stuff. And he's like super strong, do all kinds of crazy stuff. He just has a very like unique look. Omega Red and then Silver Samurai. Some of you guys might have seen him, some of you might not have. I think he was in the very briefly, but he was in what's it called? What was that Assassin Monkey show called? Not Killer Monkey. Killer. You guys remember what the hell I'm talking about? We actually have the comic drop on Veve, and I cannot believe I'm forgetting the name right now. It's actually nuts, but Silver Samurai is pretty cool looking too. Sabretooth would be pretty cool too. Why do I keep doing eyes? I remember this actor. This actor did a pretty good job with Sabretooth, but he like didn't talk at all. He was almost like feral at some point. Hit Monkey, dude, thank you. Holy shit. I could not think of that name for the life of me. Pretty sure all these NFTs have potential utility or utility potential. I believe Veve is throttling promises for a good reason. They are shooting for Ready Player One, the other group, to get it done. Yeah, it's just the timeline, right? And if another project can beat them to it, that's I think that's one thing that a lot of people are worried about with Veve right now, which is understandable. But I think Veve is in the right spot to be able to pull it off with these licenses. Does anyone actually buy these, like these busts? Like I've never been a huge fan of these like busts where like you get what, like half of the character that you want. Damn, man, it's getting there under 100. I may have to get the truck like I always wanted. That since day one, dude. That's me and the Miles Morales rare, like the FA Miles Morales rare cover, the one that's like all red in the background. He's like jumping. I've always loved that cover. Trying to think of like another cool villain. I don't know, just Magneto always looked awesome. I actually like the way he looked in the 1989 comic. Not the comic, but that show. He looked intimidating as hell. Like they ran like one episode of it, but this is actually from the, I know it's hard to see. You guys can't really see it that well. It's from the 1989 like Konami like arcade game or whatever. But I don't know. I just kind of like the way he looked. At least like the helmet. Let's say his outfit looked a bit more like intimidating in that comic than like the 90s. 90s one still looks great. Don't get me wrong. But Magneto would be awesome. Any new X-Men would be great. Love all of them. The DC drop on Thursday seems like a grail. FA of Shazam, that would be awesome. Love that game. No one moves the blob. Yes, sir. I'll just do Blob 1989. Let's see. Oh, okay, maybe that was it. I guess there was a movie called Blob. There it is. There's got to be a picture of him in like that arcade game. Do arcade. There he is. Oh, that's such a terrible picture. But there he is, and at least like in the like all these pictures are so tiny because, you know, it's either an arcade game or like an emulator or whatever it is, so it always looks terrible. It's like such a small like resolution. Dude, look at those cankles, bro. Oh, bro's stacked. Dude got tree trunks for legs. And then Pyro was also really cool. He was the very first boss you fought in the game. Just an Australian arsonist. What else is new? There he goes, throwing a firebomb at Wolverine. I remember Pyro was pretty cool too. That theme song from the 90s cartoons was the best. I played it a few times on stream. I've definitely gotten copyright struck, but I don't care. Pokemon was a top theme song. Yeah, there were so many of them. WizKids #2, yeah. Is that it? Or are you talking about FA Shazam? It's not confirmed yet, right? Or have they announced it? Go collect value, 250,000 for 6.0. Yeah, sounds really rare. That Shazam movie adds... Jeez, why can I not read? That Shazam movie ad does my not in here. It's every 5 seconds though. I'm thoroughly confused with. I almost had an aneurysm reading that sentence, Bob. Does my nut in here? It's on every 5 seconds. I threw a bus at a dragon. Well overplayed. I think I know what you mean. It's that Shazam ad that gets played over and over and over again. But I don't know what. I don't know if it's me or the sentence. If you do not get spammed with that ad in your countries, I love you. Yeah, it's kind of us. Yeah, I mean, there's so many good things that Veve could still release. It's actually crazy. You know, DC too, they have a lot of good comics coming out, but like Veve, the content is literally unlimited. So that's kind of the, I guess that's kind of the best and worst part about it, right? And eventually, given enough time and enough market sentiment, and if all these big companies can keep normalizing the idea of NFTs and give utility, you know, eBay, Amazon, Starbucks, I've already said all these before, if they just keep pushing the utility of all these and make it like a bigger and bigger deal, then all of a sudden the whole concept of NFTs is going to be normal, and actually buying a digital collectible for utility or just to have is going to be a thing, right? Pokemon already looking into Web3, which means if they're looking now, it could take them years before they do anything. But it's kind of crazy thinking back about a year ago at this point. A lot of people thought everything was just going to happen, you know, at the end of 2022 or at some point. Now that I'm spent some time here, I know what the turnaround, like just how long projects take and how far behind we are economically, culturally, all that stuff. I'm like, all right, something that I thought was going to happen late 2022, early 2023. All right, maybe it's a little bit closer to like 2026 or 2028, 2030, like who knows. Mint size will be announced tomorrow, probably like 3 to 5K. Yeah, that's super low. Cookie Monster, go or no? I don't even know, dude. I don't even know the mint number. I don't even know how many are going to be made. I don't even know what the platform it's going to be on. I know David, you like kind of made a meme tweet about it. I might just go it strictly for the meme potential and just flippability of it. But we'll see. All right, so we've been streaming for a while, so it's up to you guys. maybe I'll just do it. It's up to you guys. Maybe for the last, like, I don't know, like 15, 20, 30 minutes of the stream, I thought about playing some Pokemon Snap. Not Pokemon Snap, good God. Marvel Snap. Pokemon Snap would actually be kind of cool, but that'd be a throwback. Marvel Snap. And it's actually kind of cool because I actually do have the overlay where you can actually see like your deck and their deck. I'm still like a really low level. I'm only at like level like 350 or something like that. I know there's people that are like in like the thousands on Marvel Snap. I mean, I downloaded the app like a month and a half ago. So it's actually, it's been like less than a month. Yeah, it feels like a long time ago. But yeah, I think I downloaded Marvel Snap like less than a month ago. $60 times 5,555 supply. Huh. All right, if it's only 60 bucks, I might go for it. We'll see. Like I said, I'm not even sure what the platform it is. I'll probably look at it tonight. They have a new one on the Switch. So I've heard. I heard they have a new one on the Switch. We'll just switch to this screen. Pokemon Snap, yeah. Cookie Monster is on Veve. Is on Veve Sunday? No, it's not. You're messing with me. That's a joke, right? I don't see anything about a Cookie Monster on the tweets from Veve. Let me look at the David U tweet. Are you shitting me? Are we getting Cookie Monster? Maybe I didn't scroll back far enough. Sesame Street to launch first NFTs, starting with Cookie Monster. Digital collectibles at $60 each, exclusive. Oh, it's okay. So it's here. Okay, I didn't even look at it. So I saw David U's tweet about it in the article. But I haven't read the article at all. I didn't even know it was on Veve. So Sesame Street to launch. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I mean, it sounds like all of you guys have literally read this except for me. So I didn't even know this was a thing. Sesame Street to launch first NFT with Veve, starting with Cookie Monster, digital collectibles at $60 each, exclusive. Love Blue Cookie Fiend from the show. There will be one Cookie Monster NFT collectible with 5,555 mints for the sale price. NFTs are unique identifiers. It's actually, this was actually a really good sentence. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is actually a really good sentence. I know that My Collectibles talked about that kind of like summed up almost NFTs perfectly. NFTs are unique identifiers that show ownership of digital content. That's it. And when you think about it, that's actually true. It's like, that's all NFTs are. NFTs are unique identifiers that verify ownership of digital content. That's literally it. You know, when we're talking about the internet and pictures and all that stuff, it's like, who owns what? Because technically with the internet, everything is free. Everything can be pirated. Everything can be duplicated and copied and blah, 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 and all this stuff. It's like, who's the original owner? How can you actually own something online that is digital? NFTs is just that way. You know, the blockchain is kind of like the technology that like underpins it. But this is actually just like an extremely simple way of just explaining what NFTs are. Like, oh yeah, NFTs are just a way to like have proof that you own something digitally. You know, you can't just right click save. Like, as much of a meme as that is, yeah, you have a picture of it and you can say you have it, but unless you're on the platform that can support it, or unless you can show proof to the licensor or to a community member or whoever that's going to give you utility, it's just not going to happen. The craze for NFT collectibles kicked off in the early 2021. And has continued since. Yeah, it's one way to put it. Just trying to see if there's anything I can glean from this. It's kind of just talking about brands including Disney, Marvel, DC, Star Wars, Warner Brothers, and yeah. I wonder if there's any comments on this. According to Veve, the platform uses Ethereum's layer 2 scaling protocol, Immutable X, which provides instant trade confirmation, high scalability, zero gas fees, and a 99.9% reduction in environmental footprint compared to other technologies. Is there any comments on this? Comments? Oh my god. Or maybe not. Okay, maybe not. All right. Cool. I did not know that. Now I do. Thanks for letting me know, guys. I appreciate that. All markets are in trouble right now. I fully believe Veve will prevail as a top contender in NFT and metaverse space. The content and potential is so consumable. True. Yes, I do think Veve needs to work on just giving people more of a reason to log into Veve other than to play drops and like just get off, right? At least that's what I would like to see, is something to do outside of like, oh, VR and not VR, but AR and all that stuff. They need to make it more things to do community wise, like maybe start communities, do giveaways, all that kind of stuff. I have no idea what it is, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. It is, mate. It is, mate. Agreed, Veve will outlast. I'm sure others won't. Yes, sir. Prayer Drive. It was announced to be on Veve Sunday. Cookie Monster. Yes, sir. It is true. Yep. Veve is ramping its advertising. That's the one. C is for collapsing vault value. C is for collapsing vault value. I would like to see Elmo instead. Yeah, Cookie Monster's a pretty big one. I would see Oscar the Grouch, because that's how I'm feeling all the time on the Veve app. I'm always grouchy. Like, where's the OUP? Where's the MCP? Where's this utility coming? To be honest, I don't care about most of that stuff. I mean, I feel like the main reason why people want OUP and all these things is because, you know, they want their stuff to go up. You know, people can be upset about timelines and all that, but at the same time, I think people just want to feel like things are doing something other than just going straight down at the same time. So, all right, I'm gonna try something here. Probably play for a little bit, not too long. We'll give me a moment here. All right, let's see if this works. Some of you guys might know this song. So I'm not rated that high in this game, but bear with me. Have you ever seen Dave Chappelle do his bit on Sesame Street? That's all I can think about when someone mentions anything related to that show. Same, dude. Bitch, I live in a trash can. Oscar, you're a grouch. That's too funny. Let me actually hide this. I think that's what we want to hide. There we go. So for whatever reason, I do not know why, but whenever I play, there's the deck tracker up here, but whenever I click off to the side, it disappears. So whenever I look at chat or when I click anything other than the screen, it disappears. So you just have to bear with me. This is a deck I made a while ago. I don't even know if it's good. Like I said, I'm not even ranked 400 yet, so. You've been late 3 times. I've been counting, yeah. I feel like we're gonna get trolled here, but we'll play it there. Just play a few games of this. Quicksilver. Oh my gosh, I'm really in the low ranks, huh? After turn 4, move all cards 1 location to the right. It's kind of spooky. I need to watch like people actually play this game. Executive speak. I know your ass plays this game. I know you play this game. Same to you, Bob Sales. I know you guys played this game. 6 cost cards cost 1 less. Okay. Dude, where's my moon girl and my devil dinosaur? I don't have either of these. Kind of don't want to play Cosmo because I have nothing but like on reveal cards. Might save it. Can't wait to speak with you in person, dude. I think we would get on. While we do, you might make me look really small standing next to you. Yeah, I was actually, people are kind of surprised. They're like, dude, you're like really tall. I'm like, yeah, I guess. Used to play foosball back in the day, so. Did that guy just pass turn 3? Interesting. Everything's gonna get moved to the right, so I kind of want to just like stack this middle here, but not too much. I'm not having like a great feeling about this. I actually haven't yet. Not opposed to it. Haven't really gotten around to it. Pretty sure this guy's a bot. I don't think this is like an actual person. It's pretty easy to learn. It's one of those games, I'm trying to remember what it's called, but it's like easy to learn but hard to master. That's kind of what I've heard about this game. On reveal effects, cards have in this location. I kind of want to just stack this left side, and you have to play these in the correct order too. Because if I played Cosmo first, the Yondu wouldn't trigger. I think this is just a play. We'll just see how it unfolds. I couldn't, oh no, I messed it up. I forgot Jessica Jones. That's where she was prior. Even though she's like moved over, since I played a card there, she doesn't get buffed. Oh well. I played a bunch of Hearthstone though. It's like 90% bots. Yeah, that's what I've heard. It's not great. All right, so we played Hulk there. Well, fuck. So a lot of games end up like this, which is super annoying. It's like, it's literally 50-50. It's like, all right, if I play a card here, I lose. Or if I play a card here and he plays something better, I lose. If I play it here and he does, then I lose. Basically, if he matches where I put my card, I'm probably just gonna lose. Especially since I actually did not draw the 3 best cards in this deck. Luckily, this game is just worth 2 whatever. I mean, it's literally 50-50 shot. Fuck it, I'll just play it here in the middle. Wow. Yeah, I think this is a bot. There's literally 0 reason for him to play right here. See, that's the card I wanted, but didn't draw it. That's fine. We still won, even though it was probably a bot. I truly thought it was Snap, and that it was why I haven't lucked. So it's not just Snap. No, it's called Marvel Snap. If you're curious, it's called Marvel Snap. And this is a little, you can only run this deck tracker if you actually I meant to close that too. There it is, let's close that too. Vibes gets beat. This must be a bot, bro. Dude, it is. I won, but it still must be a bot. Let's play it. Let's draw like complete ass this time, hopefully. Wes, yes, it was a bot. Cards can't be played here. Well, fuck. I'm just gonna play this in the far right. So how this game plays is that each turn, their first 3 turns, a new territory is revealed that has an effect that happens in this like area. Obviously, some territories are terrible and you can't play cards there, but there are cards in the game that can allow you to like move around. I think we'll just double up here. Actually, I really like Scorpion. Dude, see, and this is why sometimes something like Mr. Fantastic is good, because you can still apply points to areas that you can't play cards in. We need a Veve TF2 server? Yes, sir. I used to do a lot of TF2 trading back in the day. God, what are these dog shit territories? Cards here have a 25% chance to be destroyed. And this one says cards can't be played here. All right, we have a really good hand. But the issue is he's gonna win this territory. All right, I think we just go for it. Because we can't, he's gonna win this territory on the left. We have nothing that can move minions. We don't have anything like that, so. Usually now would be a good time to snap. Fuck it, I'll snap. It's risky here, but I need to be able to play like 2 Devil Swords here if I need to. Kind of reminds me of Full Metal Jacket. If I win, it's a bot. If I lose, it's a better trained bot, pretty much. And yes, we do need TF2 servers. I almost thought about that. Well, fuck. I mean, we have to win both of these territories or else we just don't win the game at all because we can't win this left one. So I think we just play it here. That's no bueno. Just play this here. Yeah, we have to play this here. There's nowhere else we can play it. Yeah, I think we win. Yeah, there we go. Oof. Yeah, we won. So you have to win 2 of the 3 territories in order to win. Yeah, we do need a. So I used to do a lot of TF2 hat trading back in the day. Like, I think I've made like probably 2 or 3 grand, maybe 4 grand on TF2 hat trading. I mean, over the course of years, right? It wasn't immediate or anything like that. It took some time and a lot of trading and all that stuff. So I almost thought about doing like a Veve trade server or something like that. Like, I'm talking way down the line. We have like the Veveverse and there's like private servers and all that kind of stuff and like fun games where people could do giveaways and all that. There was like private trade servers and you had to own unusuals of a certain value or higher, like a backpack value sometimes. If you're like a regular, some people would also pay for like premium in order to like just like cut in line to just join the server. There was a lot of like cool little things you could do for TF2. The voice actor for the Scout was streaming on Twitch a few days ago and my friend actually got a kill on him during a match. Nice. Yeah, I mean, voice actors probably aren't the best players, but it's always hilarious listening to them like play the game. No one drop isn't the end of the world. We have Devil Dinosaur, which is like half our deck. We've seen Moon Girl now. Oh shit. All right. And we didn't get to draw because our hand is full. I don't know what any half of these cards do. +2 for each card in your opponent's deck. Typhoid Mary. Your other cards have -1 power. Interesting. 0. Remove the abilities on the next card you play. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. So this is more if you have like a card with like a big negative drawback, you could play this first and then on the next turn or the next card you play, it's pretty good. Interesting. All right, well, we're running out of time, so let's play that here in the middle. Dude, I was awful at TF2, but I had so much fun. I'd be on a TF2 server. Yeah, I used to play a lot too. I used to play TF2 a lot. It was what was my favorite classes? I like playing Devilman, Engineer. I used to play a ton of Man versus Machine and like probably pay too much money for all the tickets and shit like that to be able to keep playing it. Let's remove the abilities on the next card you play. So maybe this isn't so bad. It's like actually not a bad like turn 5 play. I think for now, I think he's likely to play a card here. I don't know what this bot is trying to do. Have you played Marvel Contest of Champions? I don't think so. No, it doesn't sound familiar. There's also more strategy to this. Like whoever's name is highlighted technically has priority, so they go first. Like if I was able to get Cosmo down first, this Ironheart would not have triggered. I have no idea if Dark Hawk is good. Kind of like Scorpion here, just to make their cards worse in their hand. I also don't want to empty my hand too much because I do want to use this Devil Sore. Just play that there. I did Engineer and Medic most of the time. Medic was pretty fun too. Spy, if you're played against like a very good Spy, that would be so annoying. I played Scout, Spy, and Medic. Yeah, those are all good classes. So I could play the 5-drop. I think I'm just going to slam this here. I think that's the play. I'd rather just get this out now. Even though he's probably going to play that one card that gets a huge fucking attack bonus. If I play a card here. Oh, maybe not. Playing his Devil Dinosaur there, huh? All right, so this area is locked. You can't play here anymore. I'm willing to snap this. Ongoing. On reveal. So on reveal, I might just play this here. Because this area is locked down, so I think I could play 0 here. Actually, I'll just play it here. Like, there's actually no reason. Even the drawback is still worth it. Odin's not going to do much. I mean, there's no reason to like just not empty the hand here, I think. Actually playing him will just be 0 attack, so I'll just play this here. The order doesn't matter because he's actually blocking our 0. I'll snap too. I feel like we're gonna get fooked here. Oh god. Okay, that's a weird... I think we lost. Yeah, we lost. Damn. God, we lost so much there. We lost by what? So I won my territory by 9. He won his territory by 13. How did these cards get buffed? Ironheart. Oof, that was tough. When I think about it, I should have saved Devil Dinosaur for over here. We would have won if we had played it over here. Like if we just played Typhoid Mary here, Devil Dinosaur would have been over here with plus 14 instead of 12. And then we would have won this territory and won the game. All right. I'll have to learn that next time. Shang-Chi is almost a must in this game. Yeah, it seems like it. I don't know, I'm not at that point in my like gameplay. You can see here I'm not even level 400, so a lot of the cards that you would target, because I don't, other than Devil Dinosaur, I don't think that guy played a single minion that had 9 attack or more, right? And on top of that, you also have to go second, like you can't have priority. Yeah, we lost a ton of... That really set us back. I like the moving deck with Odin, Vulture, Dagger, Kraven. Yeah, dude, I've been playing this deck since like level 200 or wherever I'm at. So I think I've been playing this deck maybe a little bit too long. I probably need to actually like look at the cards I've unlocked since then and just see if there's like a better deck available. After this turn, put a card in each player's hand here. Put a card, okay. Do you want to play that? It would be kind of cool if we got our Devil Dinosaur out early. It's nice. Best buys, I would say, are the ultra rares right now. They seem to move a bit more. Oh, like comics? Yeah, it depends on the comic, for sure. 6 cost cards cost 1 less. So this is the point where it's like, I do want to play Scorpion now, because the earlier we play him, the more value we get. Especially since he didn't play a card last turn, so I'm just going to play this now. Wow, he has not played anything. So right now, I think 5 or 6 cards in his hand. The 4 cards in his hand all got hit with a -1. Replace both decks with 10 random cards. Oh my god, I hate this shit. Shuffle Mjolnir into your deck. Well, considering that our deck has 10 cards now, it's unlikely we're going to draw it. But it still might be just the best play we have. Yeah, we'll just go for it. Play this over here. Apologies, my screen crashed and started playing the earlier bits about comics. Oh, no worries. I agree. I mean, I do think that a lot of people... What the hell? Oh my god. What is this bullshit? Created by District X. So he literally got a randomly generated card that countered my Devil Dinosaur. That is almost concede worthy. I'm just gonna play it out until he snaps. Like the second he snaps, I'm just gonna concede. But I might just play this out just in case I get something absurd. I mean, this isn't getting buffed anymore, so I could like empty my hand. Guess I'll just stack these sides. I don't know. Cards here. Oh my god. It's so annoying. What does this do? Oh my god. I think we just... Oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't notice that. She gets like super tiny and then gets bigger. That's kind of a cool effect. I don't even know what to do with this. I'm just gonna hold it. I mean, it costs nothing, so. I stopped playing this this game a few months ago after I got a new phone and forgot to link my account and had to start from the beginning. I was pretty high level too. Had most of the cards. Try doing it on Steam, dude. Steam. What the fuck is this deck, dude? Nobody can play cards that cost 4, 5, or 6 at this location. Well, this would have been nice much earlier. I mean, we just lose this game. Like, there's just no way we can win. So, yeah, because that's what I did. I actually got my phone. I played on my phone, and then I tried it on Steam, and I accidentally like made a new account. But you can like just disconnect, right? Like, uninstalled the game, reinstalled it, and then like connected my account. But it should be connected somehow through. I feel like there should be a way you could recover. You should be able to recover it. Or I could be wrong. One of these days I'll have to like go through this deck and figure out what I can make. Cause I got MODOK, Apocalypse. Like I have a decent little like discard deck. Like I could do. I mean, I do have a discard deck. It's just not that great. This one does have Shang-Chi in it. You played as a guest on phone. Oof. Okay. Yeah, maybe not. That's unfortunate. But yeah, if you play on Steam, you can actually have like this like deck tracker. You can. I said the game is way more responsive on computer than it is on phone. So it's kind of crazy. This card is kind of crazy too. Leech. Remove the abilities from all cards in your opponent's hand. The stats are dog water, but if you can just remove any and all effects in your opponent's hand, the only issue is that it only comes out on turn 5. So you have to find a way to either cheat it out from your deck, or you draw it early and you get one of those territories that give you like a bunch of energy early. It just depends. We could try this discard deck. I think Swarm definitely made this deck much more viable. Discard. Is there any other discard cards? I think I'm running literally every discard card I have, and that's it. Like I can't run any more discard. What? Oh, I forgot to do it. Hold on. Try discard. We'll try a discard deck. Fro ecomi evening vibes. Just tuning in while I work to hang out, brother. Let's go. Good game though. Yeah, it is a fun game. I still prefer Hearthstone, to be quite honest. Ooh. Kind of wanted to discard MODOK. Or Morbius, one of the two. Oof. Okay, that's all right. Ooh. Do I keep going for this, or do I go for the Asgard? I feel like I'm not in a good position to win. What do I need to draw? I need to draw like Swordmaster. All right, we'll just play this here for now. See what he does. Okay. Pretty sure this guy's a bot. Just the way he's playing, I don't know. No cards are revealed this turn. All right. We're gonna hold on to this because we can discard it with MODOK later. Oh my god, dude, we're just passing on turn 3. Too bad you can't choose to play against friends. You can. I haven't done it yet, but I know you. I do know. Holy shit. All right, this guy is overloading that side. I think we just lost this game. Like, we're not drawing any of our discard. We're not drawing hardly anything. Oh my god, yeah. The heck? Yeah, I mean, we just lost this game. He got the free 6 cost. He drew 2 cards. We have nothing to play. We lost this game. He's definitely, I feel like he's playing that, God, what's it called? It's like a zoo deck with a Keyzar or whatever who can like buff your 1-cost minions. But there's no way in hell we're winning that game. Oh, nice. Then I might download it again. Really boring alone. Yeah, I could definitely see that. How it can get boring after a while. Also, this game just has so much grinding. There's just so much grinding in this game just to like level up your cards and unlock them. Like, although the game is not really pay to win, because you have to spend like a lot of money to gain access to certain cards and stuff. But at the same time, it's like, holy hell, it takes so long to unlock cards sometimes. What am I missing? Let me see this. Whoops. Energy power upgradable. Okay, so Jessica Jones is upgradable.
Animated frame.
+8. Nice. What's this new card we unlocked? Warpath. Okay. I think I might have actually been kind of waiting for this card. Depends. All right, we'll probably play like 1 or 2 more games. Was playing a deck where you get added damage if your opponent plays on the same place. That was fun. Oh yeah, yeah. I think you're thinking of like Punisher or something like that. There's a few cards that kind of do that. At the start of your turn 6, swap hands. The guy didn't even want to deal with this. He just left. I didn't even play. He was just like, oh, yeah, screw that. We take those free wins, boys. All right, maybe 2 more games from here. I know, at first I didn't really like Marvel Snap because it just felt like it was just like way too much RNG. Like random draw, random territories, random effects. Like it just wasn't. And I know it's technically not random, but it does seem random, like who gets priority in certain turns. I'll throw this in the middle territory. Ooh, that's a good snipe. Dude, I love running Yondu. Just that deck disruption is so good. On turn 6, you can move cards to this location. He's running a move deck, and I kind of don't want to give him the opportunity to like move cards even more. Like I just killed his Heimdall, so I'm actually gonna just get rid of this territory. Because there's a lot of there's actually quite a few cards that get buffed when you move them, so I just do not want to give him that chance. All right, well, thank God he played Cloak, because I can now move my cards out of the fuck of this middle territory, because it says after turn 3, destroy all cards here, so I can move both of these over. Thank God. What does this do? It discards my highest cost card. Oh, discard a card. Oh, I forgot I have Doctor Strange too. Just move your highest power cards to this location. All right. Honestly, his Cloak saved my ass. If he did not play Cloak, I think I was in trouble. And I'm sorry if it's kind of hard to see for some of you guys. That's actually really, really good. Holy shit. Let's see. Discard your highest cost card. I don't know if we want that necessarily. I guess we could sling a Shang-Chi and just hope for the best, but I don't think there's going to be anything that's Wait, if I discard this, will I get more? Will I get like 4 copies of this? I'm actually kind of curious. I'm just going to play this out. So I'm just going to throw Shang-Chi. I'm just going to throw him out because I actually do not want to discard MODOK. I'll just play Doctor Strange. I'll do that. I'm gonna move him over there. I'm actually curious that if I play MODOK, will I now get 2 more copies of this? Okay, I got a rock in my deck. Okay, so he drew Blade. All right, I'm just gonna do this, like just discard like my entire hand basically. And I think I actually have a better chance because I think I'm just gonna play the Swarms over here. I'm just curious if this is actually going to work. If I get 4 of these, that's actually pretty nuts. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother going for that far left territory. Let's go, dude. I knew I was going to get 4. That's awesome. Holy shit. I'll snap that. So he's got to play what, plus 12 here to get buffed? When a card moves here, gain plus 2. I think this is our best way to win. That was an insane turn. All right. I think this is our best way to win. He's gonna play some crazy shit. But I mean, we killed his Heimdall, so I don't think he has a way to like move all this. Okay. All right, so he's gonna move one card over, but I don't think that's enough. Nice. Yeah, we won that. Dude, this Morbius got buffed to hell. That's insane.
Victory.
That's probably one of the best outcomes we could have gotten. Getting Morbius off the top like that. Sick. All right. Probably call it there. End it on a good note. Maybe unlock some of these quests that we did. Win a location with 20 or more. Do that, do that, do that. Unlock here. Dude, it has, this game has like all the microtransaction, you know, mobile phone game. Like, oh my God, glow, upgrade, 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 daily, daily, congrats, congrats. Like all that stuff. So it definitely gives you that dopamine kick if you need it. But yeah, check it out. Jeff, re-download it. Bob Sales, Fro ecomi, Zeki Speak. It's a pretty fun game. It's like, it's very easy to play, but it's hard to master. It's just like Hearthstone, at least in that aspect. There's only 12 cards in your deck. There's not 30 like Hearthstone, so it's a bit different. So cool. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I'll catch you guys next time. Please double and triple check all of your listings so you don't screw yourself over. And I'll catch you guys next time. See ya. Looks confusing. It's not that bad. I was kind of playing fast, but it's not that bad. Had to sleep, man. Hope you have, everyone else has a good rest of your nights. I've been watching, look really interesting. I mean, a lot of people in the Veve community play it. I think Sleepin does. I think Mr. Rolex. I'm trying to think of like all the people that we have in this like Twitter group. And there's actually quite a few of us that play a lot, so it's a lot of fun. You guys should check it out. All right, I'll catch you guys next time.